talk, no fit. 98.5 on your dial. Emirate radio, to the vibe. Now the sound of the street with the carry. Joy and truth, we know they worry. From morning gifts to nighttime flow. Every voice matter, everybody know. Every Emirate radio, 98.5. The voice of the people, we they come alive. Your story, your sound, your melody. Emirate radio, 98.5. The voice of the people, we they come alive. Your story, your sound, your melody. Open door. Culture, music, news and more. Open mic, we open door. If not your voice, we go amplify. Emirate radio, make you testify. Emirate radio, make you testify. On Emirate radio, 98.5. The voice of the people, we they come alive. Your story, your sound, your melody. Emirate radio, 98.5. The voice of the people, we they come alive. Your story, your sound, your melody. Emirate radio, 98.5. The voice of the people. Don't be on the beat. Yeah, I'ma turn it up. The time is 3 o'clock. This is Emirate Radio 98.5 FM. Here is the Emirate News Hour with Taofeeqoh Bello. First, the highlight. Nigerian Army nab 18 over alleged Boko Haram support in Northeast. FAC orders final forfeiture of $80 million linked to Aisha at Chimogu. Kwara State adjusts March sanitization exercise for JAB exams. Team Nigeria departs for Lafika relays in Botswana. And now the news and details. The Nigerian Army has arrested 18 individuals allegedly involved in supplying logistics to Boko Haram insurgents in the northeast as part of ongoing counter-terrorism efforts. In a statement shared by the agency on their official X accounts today, the suspects were intercepted while traveling through Gobio towards the Gudumbali axis, where they were reportedly heading to deliver supplies to terrorist elements. Preliminary findings suggest that many of them were drawn into the activity due to economic hardship, highlighting how insurgent groups exploit vulnerable individuals. The army warned that providing logistics, intelligence, or any form of support to terrorist groups is a serious offense with severe consequences for national security and public safety. It also called on communities to play an active role in combating insurgency by remaining vigilant and reporting suspicious activities promptly. Additionally, the Army emphasized the importance of socio-economic interventions, noting that government-led empowerment programs, skills development, and improved access to basic services can help reduce the appeal of illegal activities. Reaffirming its commitment to restoring peace, the Army urged citizens to support ongoing efforts, stating that lasting stability can only be achieved through a combination of security operations, development initiatives, and strong community partnerships. In another bid, the Federal High Court in Abuja has ordered a final forfeiture of $13 million linked to Ocean Gate Engineering Oil and Gas Limited, a firm associated with businesswoman Aisha Achimogu. Delivering the ruling, Justice Emeka Iwiti added that neither the company nor Achimogu could provide sufficient evidence to prove that the funds were legitimately acquired. It rejected claims by the company's lawyer Darlington Ozurumba, who argued that the money came from gifts and proceeds of oil and gas contracts, noting that these claims lacked material proof. The court also dismissed the argument that it lacked jurisdiction to grant the earlier interim forfeiture order in August 2025, even though it was sitting as a vacation court. Justice Inwite agreed with submission by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC), represented by Rotimi Oyedepo-san, that all relevant legal provisions were properly followed, obtaining the forfeiture order. Additionally, the judge described as baseless the claim that the EFCC had no standing to act since no individual organization had reported missing funds, affirming the agency's authority to investigate and recover suspected illicit assets. On the home front, the Emir of Ilorin, Alhaji Dr. Ibrahim Zulgambari, CFR, Chairman Kwara State Council of Emirs and Chief, has been urged to form a non-partisan committee to resolve the misunderstanding between the two Islamic clerics Sheikh Abibullah Adam Ali Lori and Sheikh Sulaiman Farouk Onikijipa Al-Miskinu Billah before it becomes too late. The call was made over the protracted differences between the highly respected Islamic clerics by the Magajin Dao of Ilorin, Alhaji Dr. Salim Muhammad, who emphasized the need for urgent action to prevent societal disunity. Dr. Muhammad suggested that the proposed committee should comprise respected individuals with impeccable character and integrity, which should include the Emir of Shungan Chairman Jamaat Nasir Islam, Kwara State Council Dr. Ali Ruyaya Indanusa, to serve as the committee chairman, the former VC, University of Ilorin, Professor Abdulgani Ambali, Vice Chancellor, Ali Ikma University, Professor Ladimeji, Sheikh Sulaiman Damboronu, Sheikh Imam Yakub Aliago, while the IEDPU National President, Alhaji Abdulmumin Ayo Abdulmalik, to serve as the secretary. Dr. Saliu Mohammed, who is also a security expert, said the move became necessary to address the dangers of disunity among Islamic clerics, which could negatively impact the community and the nation as a whole. You are listening to the Emirate News Hour from Emirate Radio, Ilorin. You're welcome back. The Kwara State government has announced that the March edition of the monthly environmental sanitation exercise will hold concurrently with a scheduled joint admissions and matriculation board examination exercise fixed for Saturday, March 28, 2026. This was contained in a statement released from the office of the Kwara State Commissioner for Environment, Ajia Nafisa Musa, explaining that the environmental sanitation exercise for the month of March will hold between the hours of 7 o'clock a.m. and 10 o'clock a.m., during which vehicular and human movement will be permitted. The The statement further emphasized that the modified environmental sanitation exercise becomes necessary to allow students writing JAMB to access their various JAMB examination centers in different parts of the state. It therefore charged members of the public to utilize the opportunity of the period to clean both residential and business environments with a view to sustaining a clean and safe environment across the state. According to the statement, waste evacuation trucks will be made available for waste collection and subsequent disposal at the approved dump sites. From the sports room, Team Nigeria is set to depart today for the Taofeeqoh International Relays in Gaborone, Botswana, as part of effort to qualify for the upcoming World Relay Championships. The delegation is expected to arrive in Gaborone tomorrow. Nigeria will compete in 4 events: the men's 4x400 meter, mixed 4x400 meter, men's 4x400 meter, and mixed 4x400 meter relays. The aim is to secure a qualification slot for the World Relay Championships scheduled for May, also in Gaborone. The women's 4x100 meter and 4x400 meter teams have already booked their places. Team Nigeria will be aiming for strong performances as they push for qualification and build momentum ahead of the Global Championships. That will be all on Emirate's new app. Here again are the main highlights. Nigerian Army nabbed 18 over alleged Boko Haram support in Northeast. FHC orders final forfeiture of $13 million linked to Aisha Achimogu. Kwara State adjusts March sensitization exercise for JAMB exams. Team Nigeria departs for Taofeeqoh Relays in Botswana. The Emirate News Hour was compiled and edited by Omotolani Dari and brought to you by Taofeeqoh Bello. For updating interactions, follow us on all our social media platforms at Emirate Radio 98.5 or visit our website on www.emirateradio.ng. Good afternoon and many thanks for listening.